What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So this is the series Loot from 100 Runs, where I've pretty much already farmed a specific dungeon 100 times, and I've saved all the loot of interest. And then in these videos, I talk about what you could possibly get, how I farmed the dungeon, and I show you guys all the loot that I received, and we break it down to gold per hour. So in today's video, as you guys already know by now, according to the title and the thumbnail, we're talking about Sunken Temple, or the Temple of Atal Hakar, located right here in Swamp of Sorrows. Now, this dungeon actually did get some changes with patch 10.15, because you could then again get the dream scales by skinning the mobs in the dungeon. However, keep in mind that only 60 of these runs were done with skinning, because before that patch came out, I already started the Sunken Temple runs. So before I show you guys the route that I pick, it's super easy, by the way. A big shout out to everyone that has picked up the 0 to 10 million gold guide. Really do appreciate the support, and I'm so glad that you guys are finding the gold guide valuable, that you guys are actually seeing some results after getting the gold guide. Really does mean the world to me. So if you haven't picked it up yet, use the discount code DRAGONFLIGHT for 50% off. And to all of you guys that already have the book, and if you found it helpful, you're definitely going to find the VIP Discord helpful as well. It's pretty much like a Patreon, but everything happens on a Discord server where you get to watch all my YouTube videos before they go public on YouTube. There's exclusive content like spreadsheets, investments, and also gold making tips in general. So make sure to check that out with the links down below in the description. So this run right here, obviously I'm not skinning or looting when I'm just showing you guys the route, but it's pretty straightforward. You want to make sure that you take the first right to Sanctum of the Fallen God to kill the Avatar of Hakar. The reason why you want to do this route, just follow it like, I always say, anti-reverse opposite clockwise, just to confuse people. But you don't want to follow the clock on this one, because you cannot kill the dragon before you go over and kill the prophet. So it just makes sense to pick the closest wing first by killing these guys right here. And there's not that many mobs in the dungeon, so you definitely want to kill every single one of them. And now when you can skin the mobs for dream scales, it's always been worth to skin the mobs even when you didn't have a dream scale, because you'll get like 50, 60,000 gold doing 100 runs, like 5 to 6,000 gold an hour doing Sunken Temple, just by like the basic letter that they drop anyways. But after doing the Sanctum of the Fallen God, you want to walk over to the Prophet, as I said, in order to be able to kill the last boss in here, the Shade of Veronicus. On this room right here, you can just tag the boss, and the entire room, besides from 2 mobs, will run to you. So it's quite easy to just AoE them down and then kill these 2 guys as you're walking out. Now, in my, like, when I show you guys the loot, I don't have all the leather besides from the scales in my bags, as when I farm Sunken Temple, I do it differently than a lot of other people. I cannot be arsed to skin the mobs, because I don't really give a shit about the steady gold that the mobs are dropping in terms of skinning. I'm just after the big RNG item, right? Because I don't really need gold. But the runs are so fast, so you definitely have time to skin every single mob and still be way within the lockout of 1 hour. So you got plenty of time. And I just did not kill the boss, as you guys could see, so he is locked. That was obviously not supposed to happen, but I guess that was a good thing, because this is how it goes when you don't follow the route. You always want to kill the prophet, so you can actually kill Shade of Veronicus. And a lot of people are like, but it's just 1 mob. Is it even worth it? Can you just skip him to do faster runs? Well, I've received a lot of the valuable item from Sunken Temple from the boss, and you could also skin him. So I would definitely take every single mob that you can on this. Also, in the room in front of him, you have mobs as well. Killing him will summon additional drakes. So yeah, make sure you do that. So when it comes to loot that of interest, like the reason why people are farming Sunken Temple, because people were farming this way before you could get the dream scales by skinning the mobs. And that is because the general world drop loot table of Sunken Temple is pretty bad. Like the world drop blues, epics, and green items, really bad. However, Sunken Temple has a giant list of like unique items that can only drop inside Sunken Temple, where the best item being the Stealth Blade has a market value of like 300,000 gold. It's a really good weapon with a unique appearance, so all the collectors need it. But yeah, there's like 10 or 11 unique items or something like that. It's really good. So definitely advise people to add Sunken Temple to their farming rotation. Now, that was pretty much it as far as the dungeon goes. You just walk out, reset the dungeon, go back in again. In terms of loot, how I got, this is it. So as I said, I did 60 runs with skinning. That only resulted in 3 dream scales though, but that's like 12,000 gold on EU currently, right? So I probably would have received more if I skinned for all 100 runs. Green items, they're not really worth mentioning. As I said, they have a shit value. Some of them are unique with a really good sell rate, so I still tend to post these on the auction house, but goddamn, the price is relatively low on these items. Now, blue items, typical my luck. Like, when I get this is a good amount of blue items. We're sitting at, for 12 blue items, I usually average right above 1 blue item every 10 runs. And I've done loot from 100 Sunken Temple many times. I always get 10 or more blue items. Now I'm at 12. And of course, with my luck, 4 of them had to be the goddamn ring. The mind-sized circle has a market value of 251,000 gold, which is obviously what we like to call fake value, right? I then also got these bracers. They have a 55k market value, 10k on my realm. They are unique, so collectors will need these. However, it's one of the worst blue items specific to Sunken Temple you can get, besides from the mind-sized circle. And then I get 2 Bludgeon of the Grinning Dog. Once again, also a unique item, only item of its kind with its appearance. 100,000 gold market value EU, 40,000 gold in my realm. I got double Winter's Bite. Once again, it's a unique item, 109,000 gold market value, 44k in my realm. I got 1 Rage Hammer, which also is a unique item, has a market value of 140,000 gold. On my realm, for some strange reason, it's twice that, right? And then we have the Stinging Bow, which isn't a unique item, sadly. Still has a market value of 65k, but they're not really that good. So all in all, with everything that I have, that I got from my 100 runs of Sunken Temple, if we look at the market value, it's going to be at 1.7 million gold, right? That's because the mind-sized circle, the rings alone, are 1 million gold when I have 4 of them. In comparison, last time I did this, I got 2 rings, like a 1.1 million gold market value. But it was only 460,000 gold if we didn't account for the rings. Now, if I change this from market value to the actual price on my full pop realm, you can see that it's going to drop down drastically to 509,000 gold, because the rings are only 12,000 gold in total, 3,000 gold each. So way more accurate number right here, which means that like roughly 51,000 gold an hour without any skinning materials. And you can add like 50, 60k on top of that with skinning, including the dream scale. So overall, it was an okay 100 runs of Sunken Temple. Sad that I did not get something like a Stealth Blade though. So hopefully I'll do that by the next time I do Sunken Temple. But with that being said though, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to suggest the next dungeon that I should do in the comment section. And don't forget to check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide, which if you already have it, don't forget to check out the VIP Discord. And I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.